This is the book of Habakkuk 2, verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, Write the vision, and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. First and foremost, give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, who rule well and who teach well. Shalom to all like men that scattered abroad, pushing truth without sincerity. And shalom to a very few sincere sisters. Right? Brother Amawan coming to the video, low one's edifying. Always, this is a beautiful topic we always bring up. So it's another MOTB update. And, let's get into it. Right? But, going back to the book of Habakkuk, hey, this vision for appointed time is on the way, So the titles, and this is the end time headline article as well. It says, growing number of shops are going cashless, including major supermarket locations, right? And just the title alone just shows you that the MO to the TB, right, the Revelation 13 is going to what we was talking about, right? That small, tiny device. Because what's the purpose of them going cashless? How will we be able to pay if they go cashless? What's going to be the new way of buy, selling, and trading? You have to have a certain type of device. You have to be updated, right? If the dollar's going to go out, what are they going to use to substitute that? Because these phones is not it. These phones, they don't want, because you could lose your phone. You can lose your phone. The paperwork, social security card, all of that, you can lose those things, right? And what they want to do is make sure if you put that device inside your body, your right hand, left hand, forehead, right? You won't be able to lose that unless you got executed, But so like I said, they going more gradually, they showing you the benefits to it, so you don't have to, so you can feel more comfortable with this new system and the new wave of maneuvering, right? So it says many retailers are banning Shing, right? Let's get this banning Shing. Excuse me. Right, send someone away from a country or place as an official punishment, right? Excuse me. Let's go back up to the about. It says, in ceremonial magic, banishing refers to one or more rituals intended to remove non-physical influences ranging from spirits to negative influences. All right, so banishing is more so just removing. And let's get inside the regular Google definition, just so we got a clear, full understanding. All right, and we're just gonna plug it back inside the sentence. All right. All right, so it says to cast out, to drive away, to throw out, to ban, right? Shut out, right? Because this is what they're doing. They're out with the old, right? Out with the old and with the new, right? Eject, right? Exclude, excommunicate, right? So the perfect word I want to use is throw out, because that's what they're doing. They're throwing out this old system, man, right? It says many retailers are banishing, right, throwing out cash from stores, including major supermarkets, right? They're setting up for the NWO, right? The Agenda 2030 has to be set up. That's the goal. So that means they have to get the wheels turning, and we're already seeing it, right? It says find out if yours is impacted. In a huge shakeup for shoppers, retailers such as Tesco and Asda are cutting cash payments in some of their outlets to cut queues, right? And what queues goes into? Jams, right? Long lines. But we're going to look it up as well, right? It says a line or sequence of people or vehicles awaiting their turn to be attended to where I'm at, or to attend to, or to be, or to proceed, right? So it's just pretty much they're able to cut the lines down. As long as you have these, Slacking. As long as you got these barcodes, you'll be all right. Right. Slacking. Let me grab some water. Slacking. Let me go back to that. It says in a huge shakeup for shoppers, retailers such as Tesco and Asda are cutting cash payments in some of their outlets to cut queues, right? So they're already testing out this system, and like I said, to cut queues, right? Meaning to what? To cut the line down, to cut the, what's the word? All the extra movement, you know what I'm saying? It'll be more, things run more smoother, when you have contact, when you have cashless. It's like you go to the store now, you ain't gotta be fumbling all inside your pocket looking, looking for your last 13 cents to get a cashier. They're putting everything to where you don't need to just hand over your hand and that device gonna do everything. But we always talk about steps, gradualism. Right, and it's really just a way of Esau Edom forming you, right, molding you into really a dummy, because we know about the book of Revelation 14 and lets you know about what's going to be the judgment if you receive this charagma. So with them going to contactless, cashless payments, it's just gradually getting you used to the charagma, right? It says, so whether you're filling up the car or ordering a sandwich for lunch, you may get to the checkout to discover you can't pay with cash, right? And that's going to force you because of it says, so whether you're filling up the car or ordering a sandwich for lunch, you may get to checkout to discover you can't pay with cash. And you can go to so many places, and that's going to be the result. What are you going to do? If you don't have the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, hey, you will what? You will conform to it. You will bow down, right? And you'll be able to roll over, and pretty much fall with the system. Now, right now, don't get it wrong, right? Because this is right here is not the MOTB. So right now, we have to, right now, if you can, yeah, right. But when that MOTB is dropped, where when you have to have that device inside your hand, that's when you refuse, because right now, we know how to use the Apple Pay, you know what I'm saying, little scan to pay with the phone, right? But it's ultimately getting your mind used to that, so they're gonna throw out this, scanning a barcode, right? Because now they want to see if you are the barcode that's going to be getting scanned, So like, hey, right now, yeah, we use our phone to double tap, things of that nature. But soon to come, they're going to throw out that method as well, that form of payment. The first one was what, you had dollars, Now they throwing out that form of payment to what, use your credit cards, double tap. And they get your mind accustomed to it, right? Matter of fact, I had a precept in mind, because two of them. I started with the book of Isaiah 33 and 6 because we know, right? We know when that time to stop, pretty much waiting on the Lord to do the next moves, which we do now. But in that time it'll be a little bit more different because we won't be able to buy, sell, or trade unless we have that device. We sold out. So we'll wait upon Yahweh Shem Yahushua, right? To guide us, to our food and, shelter and stuff like that, right? Isaiah 33:6, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure, right? So right now, we're using our wisdom, and, we do the little double tap, like I just saying, but in that time, that's when that favor gonna have to go into overdrive, because now the the charagma, right, the chip will be presented, and that's when, we can't, buy, sell, and trade unless we have unless we have the device, but that's when that wisdom knowledge is supposed to kick in overdrive, man. We know the Lord gonna feed us in those days, right? That's when we're gonna pretty much go into hiding, being off grid, and I think it's Romans 11:4, because we always keep the faith, we're not going to be bound. We're not going to be conformed to the system when that's on the scene. Romans 11:4, but what saith the answer of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal, right? And we believe, right, the Lord has reserved us to not bow to the image of Baal, to this system. Once it's up and running, right, we believe that the Lord, right, will keep us covered, right, from bowing to the image of Baal, right? That's what reserve means, So I'm gonna go back to this article. It says retailers have said the move will reduce queues, right, but it's not been without controversy, right? So and that's what it is, it's just pretty much, and it's, matter of fact, it says, but it's been without controversy, and pretty much no confusion, and like I said, those queues going to what? Lines, It says, many have said it will make life harder for some customers. Whew. Hey, because we already know what it's prepping for, so that's what's going to make it harder, but we counted the cost, us hopefully we counted the cost of this truth. It's going to be harder, but watch the Lord pull out his miracles even more, because that's what we're looking for. We're looking to see the miracle that he's going to bring out his bag. The Lord finna get in his bag, man, So it'd be harder for us, but this is what we're preparing for. This is what we building our house upon Yahweh Shai right now for, We know it's finna get hard, because it's going to go from, okay, you can scan, to now you got to scan your hand or wave your forehead amongst the scanner, the motion sensor thing, so it can pick up this chip reader, So it's going to get, hard, right? But hey, it is what it is, It says one customer commented on X, right? That's the former Twitter. Even if you don't mind cashless, stop being so smug and inconsiderate and think about the elderly, disabled, and those on lower incomes who budget better with cash, right? So, and that's Esau Edom, man, right? He don't care about that. He don't care about the elderly. Hell, especially when it comes to the Israelites, so-called Negro, Latino, Native. That's in the curses, He shall show no pity toward the old nor the young, And that's just him. Like, if you're not a part of that banking family, hey, he does not care, Right? So it doesn't matter if they don't know how to budget their cash or budget, with it, pretty much digitally, right? It's going to make sure you move. You're going to have to just get used to it. That's how Esau Edom move. He wants you to get used to it, right? It said the move towards cashless shopping accelerated following the C to the 19 scam, damn it, when many retailers, pubs, cafes, and restaurants were forced to go card only. Yep, and we definitely remember that. Right, that was like the spin on it right there. That was just like the, cranking it up some more. We're going to throw out this scam, and we're going to, from there on, we're going to make people get used to card only. That's like now, they barely, when you go to a cash register, they barely ask you, cash a card like that for the most part. Sometimes they just automatically assume, they may have 20 customers that may come in, card, Apple Pay, card, you know what I'm saying? And then here you go, shit, I got $13. you know. So it's like everything is getting accustomed to going to card only. You know, then you had some stores that said card only. I know like certain Dollar Generals, you know what I'm saying? They were saying card only, no cash. Right? It says, however, a Young Gov survey commissioned by the Payment Choice Alliance in early June 2023 revealed that only 3% of the adult UK population have stopped using cash entirely. Right? And we know this right here is going to be a worldwide event. Right? That's why it's called the NWO. It says they have stopped using cash entirely. Right? So they're pretty much, they ready. You know, people in that small 3% in the UK, shit, Sweden, Taiwan, them folks are ready. You know, they're already hip. You know, because they see it as just the new trend. They want to be a part of the wave first. You know, it says concerns were also raised in March when a tech meltdown left Sainsbury stores unable to take contactless payments, causing chaos. Right? It says this was followed by a global tech outage. And matter of fact, let me go back to the previous paragraph. Hey, and that's what Esau want. He want that full power because hey, he can hit this grid and what you will have no access to none of your savings. You know, Esau went to the point at the push of a button, he can turn that card off. You know, when it comes to that chip, he can turn that chip off. He can empty out your whole account, you know, and it's not even real money no more. You know, even though these dollars, you know, that's not real money as well, you know, but it's different when he can literally go, he can change, you know, your account from $100,000 to $10, you know, just off a simple backspacing. Right? But you know, these things will cause chaos. You know, it says this was followed by a global tech outage in July that many retailers unable to accept contactless payments. Here's a roundup of where you can and can't use cash. Right? And this right here will cause uproars because a lot of people are not trying to get down with this new system. Right? A lot of folks see what the MOTB is, see this new system is coming out, and they're not trying to conform to it. But the difference is, right, they don't have the wisdom, knowledge, truth, and understanding to make sure they don't conform to it. You know? But that was really that on that article. You know, so like I said, wasn't trying to make this no long video, but you know, hey, it's blowing the horn. MOTB update, right? So let's get that. Matter of fact, let's get that Habakkuk again. You know, and we're gonna start at verse 2. It says, "And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision, right? And what is that vision? The MOTB. You know, come to a time period where you won't be able to buy, sell, and trade. Right? It says, and make it plain upon tables. And what are we doing? We're telling you how this devil is moving, and we're telling you how to prepare yourself. Right? It says, and make it plain upon tables that he may run that readeth it. Right? We're telling you the consequences of what the Lord is going to do to you, right? If you was to bow the knee to the image of Baal. Right? Let's get this inside the Proverbs. Yes, sir. Proverbs 22:3. A prudent man perceiveth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. Right? So when we see these, articles, right, this is what makes us want to lock in even more, because we know what we've been teaching, preaching, is coming to pass. We know the days of the grace period is closing. It's getting closer and closer to this shut-in. We see these bad times that's coming. Right? It says, and hide of himself. We hide ourselves inside these scriptures, It says, but the simple pass on and are punished, right? Because the simple is not going to see the snare that's pushed out in front of him. And what are they going to do? They're going to fall to that snare, get caught up in it, So back in the book of Habakkuk, it says, verse 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. And it said 3% in the UK, 3% of people have been entirely, cashless. Hey, I wouldn't be surprised if the numbers is different than that, higher than that. It's just something they want to give you, because you have a lot of people that just want to be, like I say, you got a lot of people that just want to, be ahead, so called, right? It said, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry, right? And like they're saying, they are already constructing these, these stores to be what? Set up for chips, So this vision is definitely coming. Like I said, they always talk about the 2025, the 2030 agenda, They setting it up right here in front of your face. So we don't have long until, they roll out with it, right? Jump to the book of Revelation, and we're going to close out with that. Matter of fact, let's hit this other one in 2 Corinthians. Got to bring that out. 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11. Lest Satan should gain an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So we are well aware, We see these, and that's why we're blowing the trumpet, because we're well aware, right? Paul said the same thing in Thessalonians. I don't got to write to y'all because, y'all already know. We know our enemy. Same way Esau studied us, we study him. So we know how he's trying to move and how he's trying to get the masses. And, he moves like a serpent, so he's going to move real slick, real calm, you're going to feel as if he's not really fucking with you. And then, boom, he's going to strike. Right? It says, but we're not ignorant of his devices, and that's what we're doing. We're not ignorant. We're not ignorant of his schemes that he's coming out with. It may seem smooth to the masses, but we know, right, the ultimate conclusion, right? Revelation 13. Revelation 13, and I started at 16. And he calls up all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, right? So it only makes sense that they're going to go from these cashless payments to a chip. It said it says, and he calls up all, both small and great, rich and poor, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Right? And we broke this scripture down plenty of times, So it only makes sense it will be a small device. It can go inside your right hand or in your forehead. 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Right? You won't be able to maneuver if you don't have this badge. Right? That's going to be your badge to get around. That's your access badge. Having that chip. Once they cut this dollar off, right? So I'm going to close out with the book Revelation 14, because I always go hand in hand when you bring out Revelation 13, because it says, hey, he that made, he that may run that readeth it. Habakkuk 2 and 2, because we know about the judgment. All right, Revelation 14, verse 9, it says, and the Lord and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, right? This same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh by Shemel, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with the fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Right, so that's gonna be the end all be all, man. Right, you won't be on the Lord's list of getting your ass burnt by a missile, man. All because you want to bow to this system, So, Lord, when this was edifying and straight to the point, I want to give all honor and praises to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, by Shem Krakadash. Lord, when it was edifying. Shalom.